Okay, so I'm fixing to send this to you. We're going to say 3-week close, no home warranty, 7-day option period. I've talked to Jennifer about your current rate. So if you go in at 5% down, your rate is 3.25. If you go in at 3% down, your rate is 3.375. The reason that I'm doing the 5% and the 3% is instead of putting that extra 2% down on the house, holding the cash to pay over appraisal if you need to secure the house. So currently we are at $210,000, which obviously we know that we're going to have to offer more. So I have looked at the comps. I just sent you guys that video. So I think really you guys should think about going in at 213 at least, and then applying what I'm fixing to explain. So if we go in at 213,000, 3% down is $6,390, which is, roughly $4,000 less, just under $3,500, I guess, less than if you went in at 5%. That would be cash available to pay on top of the appraisal. So if the house only appraises for 210 and we've gone in at 213, instead of then you guys would be prepared to pay $3,000 extra cash, which in our market, our equity, you would make that up pretty quick, or at least in the life of the home that you guys are going to live there. Definitely make it up by then. So there's a couple of different things that you can do. So this paragraph right here is explaining that if you went in at 3%, okay, so 213,000 at 3%. If you go in at 213, we're going to do a partial waiver. We're going to say that it has to appraise at least 210,000, but you guys would pay the $3,000 over appraisal if it only appraises. Let me change that because you want it. You're going to be, if it only appraises for $210,000, then you guys are willing to pay that $3,000. If you, with the partial appraisal, so that's going to show that we're going to say it has to appraise for at least $210,000. So what we've done in the past is we choose that bottom box, which says it has to appraise for the asking, or has to appraise for our offer price, which isn't necessarily what we want here. Because it may not appraise. I don't think we're going to have a problem with it appraising for 213 at least. But nobody does that partial waiver, and that guarantees that if it does come in at 210, that we are prepared to pay that $200 or that $3,000 extra that it didn't appraise for. If it does come in at 213, then if you've come in at 3% down, then your down payment, you can change your down payment to 5% at that point and put it into the house versus and get a better interest rate. Or you can just say, forget it all. We're just going to go in 213,000, 5% down, lock in your rate at 3.25. We're going to do a partial waiver to where it has to appraise for the list price, and then you guys can just be prepared to go in with the extra money. All right, I am going to get ready so I can go to host the FARA open house. Y'all text me if this was clear as mud, and let me know which way we want to fix our offer.